Nigerians will want to know your principal, His Excellency Peter Obi, under which platform is it likely to run for 2020?
Well, like I said, it's somebody who believes in this country and is working with a lot of people. Within the short period of time, he will make his announcement for the interest of the Nigerian people.
Right, everyone, welcome to Pulse Media Services. We have Dr. Tanko giving us a very important message concerning Obi and the 2027 general election. Is here categorically telling us that the North can wait till 2031 while Obi takes charge of the affairs of this country 2027. It seems to be an assurance that definitely Obi is going to come up top in this election. Don't let us forget that Obi has always maintained the stand that he won the 2023 general election. Of course, a lot of people will not agree with that, going back the fact that he did not get substantial votes from the north, from the core north. Of course, he won in the Middle Belt area, the Christian enclave in northern part of Nigeria, Kaduna South, the Plateau, the Benue, and then he won in selected areas in southwest Nigeria. In fact, he won the entire votes in the southeast. But here's Mr. Tanko giving us a deep assurance that come 2027, Obi will be crowned the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, without wasting much of your time, I will want you to go through this entire length and breadth of this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel so that we're going to give you more news concerning election and election matters and other current affairs within Nigeria. I'll see you in the next video.
Nigerians will want to know your principal, His Excellency Peter Obi, under which platform is it likely to run for 2020?
Well, like I said, it's somebody who believes in this country and is working with a lot of people. Within the short period of time, he will make his announcement for the interest of the Nigerian people to know. That I can assure you.
Our guest on the program today is the National Coordinator of the Obedient Movement globally, Dr. Yunusa Tanko. All right, you've moved from activism, sports, and now you are at home in politics. Let's say, how has the journey been?
Let me choreograph it like this. Activism actually gave me the platform to open my mind and to give me the stance to understand the dynamics within the society, the real situation, the framed situation, and then, of course, the future. In politics, it gives you the room to really come into the true field of the issue of power. Power has to do with how to get the people's mind in tune into a reality. And then while you are in it, you come to learn that even your skin, you are afraid of it. Not to talk about the people that surround you. Those who come with you to laugh with you and tell you the truth or tell you lies will always come around you. But at the last point of the situation, that is when you realize whether they are real or they are fake. But once you are consistent in what you believe in, you will always get by.
All right, let's move on. You've always insisted that Your Excellency Peter Obi is running in 2027.
That's very true.
But with the Julius Abure crisis tearing the Labour Party, are you seriously telling Nigerians that Your Excellency will risk his ambition on a broken platform? Or is he going elsewhere?
Oh, obviously, the dynamism in politics, if you listen to my defined movement as regard to activities and into real politics, it will give you a kind of a synopsis of what you can expect. 1 hour 30 minutes, 1 second is very key in politics. It can make or it can mar you. At the moment, Peter Obi is a member of the Labour Party. In the next minute, he can belong to any political party that will actualize his dream and make the people believe that, yes, he is up to revitalize, support, and make this country a better country.
Okay, you recently stated that the North should wait until 2031 to have a shot at the presidency. And of course, you are from that extraction. Are you not worried about your stance will alienate quite a massive chunk of Northerners voting en bloc for Your Excellency Peter Obi if he is to win the election? And how do you sell South 2027 to a hungry man in Kano or in Katsina?
Exactly. Now, if you define the difference, for a very long time, our people have been in position of leadership, and they have led in different positions. My thinking, a majority of them have not been better off from where they are. I believe, and strongly too, that the Peter Obi in politics, you look for those who can advance your present status and make your life better. I believe that Peter Obi can't do that. He can transform the misfortune of the Northerners into a better and a better northern states, i.e., he is somebody who believes strongly in agriculture. And we in the North, majority of what we do is agriculture. Remember the granite pyramid, remember the cottons, remember the hide and skin and all of that. Imagining the arable land in the northern part of this country, which is far outweighed even in the southeast or southwest, can be turned into a money-making machine. It can make money more than what you are getting in oil. And who will end up being the beneficiary? My people. So whatever it is I am doing is for the benefit of the people, because I believe somebody can turn around their misfortune to fortune. And that for me is Mr. Peter Obi.
Recently, not too long ago, your principal mentioned the fact that there are some gray areas in the ADC. I don't know whether you have an insight into what the gray areas are, and does that in any way insinuate or suggest that he may not be running under the platform of the ADC?
No. Just like I said, politics is dynamics. As we move along, there are areas, of course, that are gray for the interests of the people. One, the important thing is that it is very clear to be able to unseat this government, not because to unseat them for unsitting's sake, no, to unseat them for progressive tendency, meaning that turned the lives of Nigerians from poverty to at least prosperity, making sure that it's opportunity for the younger generation to find work without knowing who or somebody in the position. It will be done purely on merit and capacity of anybody who wants to work. 3, to ensure that there's a unity in the country. I believe that he is going to serve as a unifier, considering the situation that we find ourselves after the Civil War. So this particular gray area must be done in such a way that everybody comes together. What I mean by everybody coming together is that those who are aggrieved, those who want to turn around the fortune of this country, those who want to make Nigeria better, those who understand that they have made a lot of mistakes in the past and they are trying to correct it, coming together as a unified team to say, okay, let's support this particular person who we believe come from a probably much disenfranchised part of this country. And we are trying to unite this country so that everybody will have a sense of belonging. And that, of course, is the gray area. Coming together first, unifying, and getting the people to be more productive.
But don't you think that you need to get the power first before you are able to actualize some of these dreams?
It's like cultivating a land. You must go and weed the land. Weed the land from all of the particular decay in the system. Fertilizers and watering and all of that on the soil. These are the building blocks that leads you to winning a power. If, for example, you are seeking for power and you are not able to get the people to work together with you, then probably you are planning to fail. But the most important thing is that if you get the people around and look, we have a focus and we're determined to do A, B, C together, then it is easy for you to get the power. Most of the problem that this particular government has is that they were struggling and they were interested in getting power, but they didn't know exactly what to do with the power. Because what they ended up doing is continuing to tell lies to the people because they did not plan to be successful. So in this case, when you have an agenda of what you want to do and achieve for the people, it's easier than you are focused for that particular direction. And that is exactly what Mr. Peter Obi is doing at the moment.
Looking at what has transpired, he's always been said or has always been saying that he's not desperate for power. And yet some persons are wondering if you are not desperate. Power is not served a la carte. How does he intend to get the power?
When you are desperate to see your country works, I'm sure many of us Nigerians have traveled out of the country. Just take a look at the simple thing that happens when you travel out of the country. The moment you arrive any country, you will see the discipline in Nigerians. They queue, they follow the rules and regulations of every of these states, and then they do what is expected of them to do within that particular rules and regulation of that state. Shock you. The moment they come back to Nigeria, they run helter-skelter. Everything that is regular in Nigeria that is rules and law is broken. So you will be desperate to see that works for your country. You want to emulate what happens in other men countries so that back at home you'll be comfortable with it. In that case, you'll be seeking for power. And you'll be seeking for power to make that particular change. It's only when you are in it that you can do those particular change. And so therefore, we're not expecting power to be served a la carte. If we are, we wouldn't be making all of this move, mobilizing, getting the PDM movement on the right track, getting the people to believe in him, getting Nigerians to work together as a team. All of these are geared towards ensuring that we have a virile and elegant society that all of us will be proud of. So in that case, it's a combination of the two, making sure that your country works and then getting power to ensure that is probably exemplified and executed.
Now you talked about the obedient movement. Critics are saying that the obedient movement, the fire has burnt out. Why some say that, well, it was just a 2023 fluke. Addressing the youth now, let's assume for the sake of argument, you're addressing the youth now. What will you be telling them? Many of them may have gotten disappointed. Many of them may have felt left behind. Are you regrouping or you are doing what?
We are regrouping in a very large extent. When you say regrouping, at a point in time as you're moving along for politics, it's very difficult for people to stay together and consistent for complete 4 years. 4 years where nobody is financing you, everybody is trying to get at you, everybody is trying to look for every loophole to it. It's just like if you watch the Spartan, it's a film. The Spartan would believe in their cause, and that their cause is to protect their entity and the sovereignty of the Spartans. And they went out to fight for it. In every point in time, they got betrayal right between you, just like Jesus Christ or Muhammad. People would definitely betray you. But when you remain together and put the force field around you, you would get by, and history will remain. So for me, for the Nigerian youth, we are regrouping, and we now know those who can stand the test of time, who can face the reality, and those are the ones that are still standing. And I can tell you, where we were before in 2023 is not where we are today. You could do your statistics and find out. Let me give you an example. At a point in time, we are more dominant in the south and some part of the middle belt of Nigeria. In the core north, we are not existing. But I can boastfully say today, we have obedient in all the 36 states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. At the call of a button, you can call people from Zamfara. They will answer you. You can call people from Kebbi. They will answer you. You can call people from Yobe and Maiduguri. They are still there. If you call people from Kano State, my own state, there are people there who are core Northerners, who do not even believe in the obedient movement ab initio, but now they are. So, of course, it's a game of belief. You lose some, and then you win some. But the most important thing now, we are widely spread across the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is a fact.
We see the likes of His Excellency Atiku Abubakar and other opposition figures making moves. Is the obedient movement willing to collapse its structure into a mega party to defeat the APC, or is it about P2B or nothing else?
Collapse? No. Working together? Yes. Like I said earlier on, to mobilize is not for the obedient movement alone. What is happening in Nigeria does not only affect the obedient, it affects everybody. Even you that are sitting right in front of me. Everybody is feeling the pinch and the pain. And so therefore, if you feel it, then you have to come together to take care of it and deal with the issue. So what we are calling is that let's work together. Bring your hoe, bring your tools, bring your seedlings. Let's go to the farm and build a new nation that can feed itself and take care of the people that are within it. These are some of the messages that Mr. Peter Obi is sending. He is not saying that he can do it alone. He has never said so. He's always interested in working together as a team. But of course, at the moment now, we all know the narrative. The narrative is that even though it's unconstitutional, this presidency is being ceded to the southern part of the country. It's ceded to the southern part of the country. And for the moment now, they've already served 2 to 3 years, and they have opportunity of serving for 8 years. So in that case, tilting it may sound as if probably you are denying the South of the opportunity of completing its term. And that was the reason why we are saying that, okay, this position is for the South. Let a Southerner complete the term and get this country on the right path. When it's time for the northern part, we can go there. Remember, I'm a destabilized Nigerian. Anywhere you can access me, wherever my people are doing good, I give them support. If they are not doing, I say they are not doing. Where others are doing, I give it the kudos that they are doing. And that is the reason why I believe that a Peter Obi is the right peg in the right place. Because I know he has that capacity to turn around the fortune of this country. And history has it at the moment now, it is the turn of the South. Let's mobilize for the South. Let them complete. It's part of unifying this country rather than disintegrating it.
For the sake of argument, if P2B does not get the ticket of ADC, what happens?
Of course, when it doesn't happen, like he said, he's not desperate to become the president of Nigeria. He makes his decision by himself, and he will make this decision when the time comes, if that happens.
For a lot of people who love him and those who also follow him silently, they are worried about, almost it looks as if they can't pin him down to any political party.
Yeah.
Labour Party, not visible. ADC, in and out. PDP win him. He has not made any commitments. Do you and those who follow him closely feel that way, that those who love him from outside are feeling?
Do you ever also take your time to do the reverse psychology of thinking? Why are they demanding for him? Because he's capable. Because he has the people. Because he believes in Nigeria. Because he's loved by Nigerians. And Nigerians want him. So therefore, if people believe in him this much, and they needed him in every of these places that you ask questions and you ask me, then that means that even if it's a bottle that Peter Obi decide to reside in, that bottle, everybody will go there and bust it.
All right. Electoral reforms.
Yes.
A lot of persons have been talking about the electoral reforms, that if we don't have electoral reforms, we might have a repeat of 2023. And the National Assembly don't seem to be in tune or being urgent about it. And you've also spoken about electoral reforms.
True.
What are the obedient movements doing to ensure that they stop what happened in 2023?
Good. Areas in which we submit a document. We did an extensive document by a team of lawyers who are in the legal directorate or department of the obedient movement, and we submit a document because we did not want to show as if we are the only one that owns the document. We made a collaboration with the Nigerian National Electoral Reform Committee, which had a big program in Abuja recently, and many of Nigerians who believe in it who also came and spoke at that particular, and including presidential candidate who spoke at that particular meeting, made it very clear there are basic fundamental issues. You see, there's so much lacuna in the Electoral Act, deliberately so, and then which stalled the election in 2023, i.e., the issue of results being pronounced at real time, electronic transform of result, diaspora voting, and issues of, nomadic politicians who win election today and go to another political party and still hold that particular seat. It is treasonable. These are simple facts, and those are the things that have been inimical to the survival of our democracy. And so we kick against it. There's nothing wrong with you as a candidate if you run election, win the election, and you want to come to another political party. You leave the seat. You leave the seat. In Ghana, it's not about within how many hours. They will call for an election on that particular seat. That is decency in democracy. Those are the areas that we want to improve. That way, you will maintain that particular democratic tendency to help improve the democratic situation. At the moment now, democracy is in danger in Nigeria. You can see what is happening around the country. Francophone countries is cool today, cool there, because the democracy that is expected is not yielding result for the interest of the people. And it's things like this that make people lose a lot of trust in it. I know quite a number of people who do not believe in voting anymore, but because of some of these issues. So that is why we make the electoral reform a very key issue of discussion. I want to appeal to the National Assembly. I'm sure most of them too are not happy. As we speak today, you can't believe that the 2023 budget has not been funded. 2024, if I'm not mistaken, has not been funded. So we are running a country without a budgetary support. You can confirm. We are running the country without budgetary support. So you will see it's going almost like a kind of, I don't want to use a particular word, but almost a kangaroo government. No rules and regulation. Anything goes. Even Mr. President just fiatly sent our armed forces out to Benin Republic, which I wish you could have done to take care of the banditry and all of the kidnapping that is happening within the country. These are things that he ought to have done. But they are running the country in such a way that democracy does not have a good footing in the country. And that is most disappointing. So, at the moment, it is expected Nigerians should rise up to the occasion and make a good, strong challenge to save the country and save democracy in Nigeria.
Some Nigerians see you as almost an alter ego to His Excellency Peter Obi. The economic hardship in the country is biting very hard, even worse than it was in 2020.
Correct.
If His Excellency were to be the president, what do you think he will do better to fix the Naira?
Quick, make sure that we are producing. And you may want to ask, how do we produce? The moment you are producing, you are reducing the power of and increasing the power of the Naira, because more income will be made into the country. If, for example, 774 local governments are producing at least, let's even say it for the first stanza in the minimum level, everybody, hunger will be completely at least reduced or even almost eradicated. We have each local government as you come from. I'm sure from your local government, there's something that your people do that they rely on. Revamp it. In my own area, I am from Kano State. I'm from Kura local government. We produce rice in large numbers. So imagine if we are producing rice on a continuous basis and we are exporting it. That means more money coming into the country and the level of the Naira appreciate because we have now them. So imagine 774 local government are performing on that line. And this is what he said. It's simple. Just encourage people to be more productive. When they are productive, it deals with the issue of insecurity. It may amaze you because when people are actually producing, they are doing something, they are benefiting from it, they forget about criminality. Because actually what they want is actually funding to take care of their needs. And those are the things that you need to do. It will also change your mind completely from the issue of oil, crude oil and all. Because imagine the way we used to be as Nigerians before. Some may say it's not possible, it's not true. I was fortunate to have been in Europe. I saw the cultivated land from every nook and corner. And we have more land than these people. So why are we not putting it to use? So for him, it's putting all of this into use, encouraging productivity, increasing the purchasing power of the Naira, reducing the value of probably foreign currency so that Nigerians' currency can rise up And that way we'll take care of poverty and then deal with the issue of the education and power, which is important to ensure to drive this economy to make it a better. And then security would naturally come into Nigeria. The people will start having belief. And this is doable within a short period of time.
Of course, since you talked about security, what's your reaction to this government handling the issue of bandits and insecurity?
Abysmal failure. And it was deliberately done so. I mean, a country who is now showing so much love and believing that, yes, they can deal with a coup that takes place within a 1 day or 2 days. And of course, you are carrying and probably, what would I say, claiming that you did ABC. And yet, from Kaduna to passing to Pandogari, you ended up in Binnungwari, Jaba, and the rest of them. These are routes from the north. When they produce goods, they pass through that particular route to supply goods, greens, and all down to the southern part. It's cut off. You cannot pass Binnungwari as of today. Yes, the government is trying to tell you that the banditry has been quelled and all. Ask them to drive along that day on their own. They cannot. No talk about Kebbi, Sokoto, Zamfara. When you go, you are going with La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah or Jesus Christ, or you do a fasting before you pass through those particular roads. This is the situation in our country. It's not as if probably somebody is demarketing Nigeria. This is the real situation. Even from here, from Abuja here to get to Kaduna, you are always even skeptical. Whether am I going to get to my destination or not? People from outside will think, you passed that road, how did you survive? This is our country. So, and then the government will come up and tell you lie. Look, those who are even involved in the issue of security will tell you. I quote Sheikh Mahmoud Gumi. He said that everywhere he went to meet with the bandits, the DSS is with him, police is with him, NDI is with him, every security apparatus they are with him. So if you are with him, then you know the destination or the location of the bandit. This thing started in a little form. It started with Mohammed, with bows and arrow. Then you want to ask yourself, how did they get guns and machineries? And so even when I was speaking in Europe and when I was asked this same question, I said, look, Nigerians don't produce guns. We don't even have the capacity, with all due respect. We don't even produce bullets. But here we are, we have some of the most sophisticated weapons. Somebody is bringing them in. Somebody is financing them in. Even when Donald Trump said he was going to march into the country and all of that, the question I always ask is that, find out who are supplying this bandit with these guns. Cut off the supply. If you are, because everything that's happening in Nigeria is known by British, is known by France, is known by America. They have the intelligence report. They even have intelligence report more than you. Because they know how those things are flowing in and taken out. They have all the radars they can read and know. So who is supplying the weapons? Who is financing? Who is bringing the machinery men to come and cause destruction in the country? Those people know it. So cut the supply. Trump does not even need to come into Nigeria. He doesn't even need to send any troops. The moment he cut the supply, they know the supplier, that will stop and reduce the killing. Killings is done on every aspect of Nigeria, every area, Muslim, Christian, those who even worship Juju and all of them, they are all being affected. So therefore, if we are sincere, and the international community is sincere, cut the supply, empower our own army and all with the right weapons so that they can deal with the remaining insurgency. And that's all, it's finished. But those who are benefiting from it, they are benefiting from it, seriously benefiting from it, and that's why they are using Nigerians as pawns. That must be stopped.
President Obasanjo described insecurity in Nigeria as an industry, and that we don't have the capacity to deal with this issue. If you now marry it to the fact that Benin Republic, they had a coup, they ran to us according to government sources. They ran to us, say, come and help us, we can't deal with this. Why has Nigeria not been able to call for support to deal with insecurity, almost getting to 20?
Conspiracy within the system. There's a conspiracy within the system There are those who are benefiting from it internally and externally. In fact, I have a cousin who happened to be a police commissioner in Zamfara. He came out and probably said it clearly that the people in government are involved in this enterprise. They sponsor them, they put them online, and they give them weapons to do exactly what they are doing. So there's a conspiracy against the state by the people within the state and at the same time externally. I believe strongly that Nigerians have the capable soldiers. Equipment, yes, it can be improved. Yes, the right sense of mind is a little bit jettisoned, because those who want to fight for the country, imagine a soldier who was at the battlefield. He was just trained. He was just trained. This was something that a soldier said. I am not the one who said it. He was just trained. And then when he went to the field, he saw his trainer on the other side. He said it. He said he saw his own trainer on the other side. It's then because of the covenant that is already signed that even if it's your parent or mother that is on the other side, you battled with him. That's how he was able to continue with that friend of mine to continue the battle. Because ordinarily he was shocked. How could that have been? You have a general in Nigerian army going alone to a field. How? You want to ask those particular questions. Where is his battalion or where is his team? Those are things that are very serious questions that you need to ask. So those who are interested in enjoying and kind of busting their own pockets should know that they have things to answer. They have people to answer to, the Nigerian people, and God Almighty is also watching. Don't ever think that you are going to escape it. It cannot be possible. It's either you suffer it here or you suffer it in heaven or in hell, as the case may be. So there's a conspiracy against the state on a continuous basis. Those who found themselves in power uses it to empower themselves and then to make sure that they gain power against the people. The people are the ones that are being used as a playing ground. And that is the reason why the people need to understand now, and they have to wake up. The youth, the aged, the persons with the intelligent capacity, please, we need to fight for the survival of this country, and we have the necessary tools to do so.
Do you fear that President Bola Tinubu could win again in 2027? And if you do or you don't, what do you think can be done to forestall the possibility of his re-election in 2020?
There is nobody that cannot be defeated. Nobody. Yes, today you may be in a right frame of mind thinking that you have money, you have the people, or some of the people that you've been able to buy, the institutions that you've been able to buy. I am a kind of a person who believes strongly in a collective responsibility and continue to soldier on. Check my history. Even if I'm the only one, I'll be on the street fighting for the soul of Nigeria because I believe in it. There is nobody that cannot be defeated. Yes, the pathway may be different, which is, of course, what you're asking. How do we do it? And I cannot say it openly on the public, but definitely it's doable. Anybody that tells you that somebody cannot be defeated, where are those who have hold them? There are quite a number of them who believe that they are infallible and they are not be defeated. I believe he is defeatable. There's nothing that tells you that he cannot be defeated. I believe in it strongly, but the pathway, that has to be thought about very well.
For the sake of clarity, Nigerians will want to know your principal, His Excellency Peter Obi, under which platform is it likely to run for 2020?
Well, like I said, it's somebody who believes in this country and is working with a lot of people. In the short period of time, he will make his announcement for the interest of the Nigerian people to know. That I can assure you. Because at the moment now, it's not Eunice Tanko that is running. It's Mr. Peter Obi that is running.
But you can read his mind.
Of course. That is the reason why I've been able to give you this answer. And I've always said, anywhere Mr. Peter Obi is going, me, Eunice Tanko, will be with him. And I know also the obedient movement will be with him. And so, by the time it's ready, I just wanted to employ on everybody a little patience, and then we will get there, and then we will make this announcement for every Nigerian to see and to hear.
What is the present relationship between your principal and the national chairman of the Labour Party, Julius Abure?
Let me give you an explanation. Peter Obi does not do politics of calumny or anger or fighting with anybody. If there's anybody that you've ever had that Peter Obi call he or her name or insult anybody, you can mention it. No. So he has a very cordial relationship with everybody. But what he will not do is that if your path and principle does not go with him, he go on his own, you go on your own. Sell your market, I sell my own. In fact, what he said was that if today anything happened to Abure's family or something like that, he will go and do his own support and consolidation as somebody, as a Nigerian, which is entitled to do for everybody. But hear him fighting with anybody, a Peter Obi will not do that. And I think it's a nice principle that everybody should imbibe. In that case, you will have a very egalitarian society and a peaceful one. Peter Obi said, sell your market, I will sell my own. We are going into the public.
But why has we not seen him in most fora that the Labour Party has gotten involved in? But we've seen his running mate at the 2023 elections, that is.
Remember, there is the Alex Otti-led Labour Party. You will always see him with the Alex Otti, Senator Nanadi, and all of that. And even as the last election in Anambra, the election nominee was done by Abure and the rest of them. We went in and campaigned, even though the election was one of an election that was almost sold to the highest bidder, as the case may be. But we still participated, as the case may be. But it doesn't show that Peter Obi did not stay with the Labour Party. He was there. He was almost everywhere. He campaigned and then did what he has to do.
Is he planning to run again, as he did in 2023 with Dati as running mate?
Those are political decisions that which he will make immediately when the time comes. Of course, when you are going with a larger situation, everybody will be involved, and then decisions, new permutation, new result, and all of that will be done. At that point in time, it is for the conglomerate to decide on what and who will be running for what and at what time.
As we begin to wrap up, what's your message to Nigerians from the obedient movement and, of course, from the pulse of your principal?
One of the major, most difficult thing in Islam is the 5 pillars of Islam. I am a Muslim. The first thing he said is that believe. Believe in God. Whether you see him or you do not see him. Believe. The second thing is that he says you can fast. Then he said you can give zakat, alms, to those who are in needy. And then the third thing he said is that you can also go to Hajj. You can also do prayers, 5-time daily prayers. These are very cardinal points in Islam that really shaping the belief. So believe that it is possible to defeat the incumbent. Do not lose focus. Those who lose focus are defeated in nature. But those who are focused and they are determined to do only, they always get by. They always go into history. Your tenacity, your determination, then you now develop a pathway. So when you believe, when you focus your attention, everybody needs to make his own contribution. We are sacrificing at the moment now. The obedient movement is a self-funding organization. Nobody is funding it. Everybody contributes. And that was what brought it the strength. So we should go back and continue to do that. We have a country to save. I was fortunate to be in Europe. A lot of people who want to know, where are we? Where are we going? What are we going? It will be announced. And when it's been announced, come in. Give your support for it. Let us get Nigeria on the right path. Despite some of our challenges, which is very, very possible, and you can see it, it's normal in any democratic system. But those who stay and force the movement and move are those who become triumphant. So be part of the history. Come, let's work together. Come, let's build and face and save a nation. In that way, you'll be proud to be a Nigerian. These are my messages.
If you have any worries about this country, what are your worries?
Lies, deceit, lack of focus, and inconsistency. My fear is on the know that an intelligent person who is seeing clearly that there's a decay in the system, yet he decides to be dominant in that lies and deceit. It is scary. Very scary. And I've seen it on several. I don't want to mention names. People who you believe are intellectuals. Those who you believe they are dogged. Those who believe that, yes, they could change the the turnaround of event in Nigeria believes in these lies, believe in this deceit, believe in this corruption, believe in the fact that somebody will tell you something and then and you also are available to be bought. It is scary.
What are your concerns about INEC?
All the institutions in Nigeria have been bought. Almost all the institutions in Nigeria have been bought.
Specifically?
I just said all. I didn't remove one. The only one that I would have removed would have been the Nigerian army. Those are the institutions I would have bought. Almost all of them have been bought. Buying does not mean that you put up a money on ground. No, no, no. In fact, they are being coerced, intimidated. You know, any kind of word that you can use to showcase that. Look, with all due respect, even the media itself has been bought. Because most... I don't have the capacity. I would have been able to attempt it. But I don't have the capacity. Because let me give you an example. You have a situation where budgetary allocation, money being stolen, vividly being stolen, and then it will be a pen writer that will come and give you a narrative, a very sweet one, that will turn around the event and tell you that no, the government is doing fine. Do you look at this indices? Do you look at this indices? Do you look at this indices? Confusing the other person unknowingly. And they say, let me look at it on this other side. This is happening in our country so shamefully. And we enjoy, I used to give this example. Everybody wants to be an Alhaji. You go to Saudi Arabia and all of that. A desert that called blessed, and they utilize those particular. And when you come home, you refuse to be an Alhaji. You come home, you completely change. Everything that is bad, you practice it. When you are there, you practice everything that is good. This happened in Jerusalem and anywhere the good Nigerians goes to. Anything that is good, they will tell you, do you see how they sell chicken on the street? It's very easy. What makes you think that that cannot be done in Nigeria? Even better. Because you refuse to do it. So we need everybody. We need to work together as a team. See, if you are cleaning a gutter in front of your house, you're not the only one that cleans it. Everybody within your family or on the street will join you. At the end of it, or if water is passing, it passes easily passing through your house. Imagine if you did not block it. All kinds of reptiles, mosquitoes, all of them will come in front of you. This is a simple analogy. Let's clean the gutters so that the water can flow perfectly well.
Now, looking at that particular video, what's your opinion or what's your take on the matter? Do you think Obi is going to get is going to be more strategic this time around, considering the fact that this particular election is going to be quite challenging because we are still going to have Atiku on the ballot. The ADC party promises to be the party for the coalition opposition party people, and then we have at this moment Obi is not sure if he's going to contest on that platform. Definitely Atiku Abubakar is very sure he's going to contest on that platform. He just registered at his ward there in Adamawa, and then all is now set for him to commence the business of electioneering, campaigning, and other things that has to do with the election. Don't forget, Mr. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is a serial contestant. This will be the second time Obi will be contested by 2027. Now, a lot of people are of the opinion that Obi should come in as a second fiddle, come in as the vice president of this presidential candidate, but Obi wants to go alone. Now, if we have a Labour Party giving its ticket out to Obi again, and then we have Atiku Abubakar going for ADC, don't you think it's going to be the repetition of what happened in 2023? But of course, we shall continue to keep our fingers crossed. But in the meantime, Mr. Tanko is assuring that Obi will become president of Nigeria 2027. Why did not wait till 2031? I will see you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share so that you're going to see more of our content in this channel. My name is Larry.